Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got NBA mid-season grades by CBS. So basically, we're going to go through all these right here. We're going to take a look at the grades. I'm going to give you guys my personal grade at the midpoint of the NBA season. Let me know in the comment section below. Like, before even going through any of this, what would you grade your favorite basketball team right now? As a Pistons fan, yeah, I mean, we're 11-33. I mean, I was hoping maybe Cade could have made a little bit more of a difference at times, but we also had some injury stuff, so I'm gonna say A+. Also, as you guys know, I've said it a billion times now, I'm working with Bleacher Report, and since, collaborating with them, I decided to go out and get myself a little present, man. Get myself a little heat, you might say. So, seriously, the nicest pair of basketball shoes I've ever gotten, man. Oh, they see me stomping in not my Air Force Ones, in my AN ones, man. Yes, got this hanging up. Walmart 7s, man. Hanging up your local Walmart, $19.96 for both pairs of shoes, or both shoes, I should say. I can't wait to cross some people over, man. I've been following, the June Flight basketball tutorial plan for about a month now. So, yeah, man, really excited about that. Thank you guys so much, man, for your support right there. Really appreciate y'all, man. Okay, let's go ahead, get going on this. This is by Sam Quinn, 23-minute read. I bet you I could do it in 22. Let's get it. Alrighty, so we starting off with the Atlanta Hawks giving the D, man. The D for the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks are 9-25 in the season, 12th in the Eastern Conference. I mean, Trae Young's been playing great basketball. I really was a Hawks believer to start the season, man. Like, I literally thought they were going to be like top 3 or 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, making a run at the conference finals, and it just appears that they'll be lucky to make the play-in tournament. They'll have to go out. I don't know, man. Maybe they'll do something by the trade deadline. I'm not really sure. It's been bad. The D, I mean, based off my expectations, I got to give them an E-, man. Definitely an E-. Next up, we got the Boston Celtics. So, C+. Celtics 23-23. I'm going to give them a C. And the reason I say C is because when it comes down to it, I knew the Celtics were going to, have a season of just kind of like, maybe some awkward things going on. Schroeder was kind of a late addition to the squad, having a new head coach. Really just it not being like the year last offseason for them to make like that big, free agent push or whatnot. So they're in the play-in tournament, but with Tatum and Brown, despite all the protocols and things going on with every single team, injuries from every single team, I did have this team playing better than 9th place at this point, so I'm actually going to say a C-. A little disappointed, but also realist about where I think they're at as a basketball team right now. Next up, we got the Brooklyn Nets at a B+. They're 28-16. I'm going to go ahead and give them an A-. When Kevin Durant's healthy, this team's obviously, top of the Eastern Conference, but he's not right now. But even so, it's like, I don't think they've been perfect this year, but I feel like an A- is well warranted. Like, they're right up there with any other team, and that's despite having the greatest big three on paper that we've rarely got to see play together, man. So yeah, I'm going to give them an A-. Next up, we got the Charlotte Hornets at a B+. So the Hornets are 25-20. I am going to give this team an A. Based off my expectations, I think I maybe have had them in the play-in tournament off my initial predictions, but this team's taken a big step, not from only like having guys on the team, because you go back to last season, especially towards the end of it, LaMelo was great, but like Miles Bridges was a guy on the team that put up good numbers, but it wasn't leading the wins. It seems they've been able to figure things out, how to be productive on the court and have it actually, matter in the win-loss column. So yeah, man, Hornets have been playing great based off expectations. Chicago Bulls sitting at an A++++++, man. I have nothing but respect to the Bulls right now in their organization and their fan base. Just like, it does suck with the injuries. It seems like the Bulls have done all the right things over the course of the past year, but they are the victim of the injury bug this season. I think it's been announced that Lonzo is going to be out like 6 to 8 weeks, which is horrible. P. Will was out to start the season, man. Zach LaVine's had injury issues and stuff, and despite all that, they're still first place. So, I mean, hey, yeah, man, that's an A++++ in my book. Next up, we do have the Cleveland Cavaliers, actually getting the A+. Yeah, man, Cavaliers 27-19. There's no other way to look at it, man. This is definitely, like, even Cavs fans went into the season not expecting them to be this great, which is what I love about it, man, because that means that they were realistic about their franchise and everything. And when you're realistic about your team expectations and the team actually exceeds that, it really is just goes to show not only coaching, but just player personnel-wise, how everything can just come together perfectly at any moment and it could just catch you off guard, man. It's the magic of sports. It's just like, nobody ever saw it coming, and yet here we are. That's what I love about it. So yeah, definitely, let's add on 7 A pluses, man. A plus, okay? Next up, we got the Dallas Mavericks at a B. So the Mavericks, 26-19. I feel like a B's pretty good. I was thinking maybe a B plus, but no, a B feels about right. Yeah, man. For a team that didn't really do too much last offseason, which I was personally speaking a little disappointed by, especially because of some of the rumors of Luka's maybe concerns with the direction of the team going back to last season. I was expecting them to do a few things out there, but, Jalen Brunson's been a big, just huge factor with just how this team has ran things in general, man. But yeah, sitting above 500, going pretty soon into the All-Star break and everything. You can't be disappointed about that, man. So yeah, Dallas Mavericks keep locking it up. Next up, we got the Denver Nuggets at a C. They're currently 23-20. I'm going to go ahead and give this team a B. And the reason I'm going to say a B is because, name any other team out there that's going to lose 2 All-Star caliber players in Jamal Murray and Michael Porter and is able to keep things afloat. I mean, yes, Michael Porter, when he was playing, wasn't the greatest to start the season, but a lot of that is probably because of his injuries. The fact they're still, obviously, yes, they have Jokic. Anytime you have an MVP on your team, you should be in the playoffs. But despite all that, man, like, Jokic looking like an MVP again, and despite the injuries, they haven't really taken like a huge step back. Sure, you could argue they'd probably be top 3 or 4 seed if everybody was healthy, but yeah, man, I think they're in a great place. Next up, we got the D plus Detroit Pistons. 11-33. Yeah, I feel like the D plus is pretty good. I feel like a D plus is fine, man. My expectations going into the year is, I was hoping they were going to be a little bit better. Rookies can sometimes have a big effect on a team. I mean, Cade's looked really good at times. Killian Hayes, his development has left a lot to be desired for me, man. Sadiq Bey has had slow moments, but also really great moments. Yeah, I can't be too mad about a D plus, man. Give him the D. Give him the D plus. Okay, Golden State Warriors, A. This is the team I had. I always say whenever I get the opportunity to make it, I got so much hate for it, man. It's my favorite to win the championship. Yeah, A is good. A is good. I'm not going to say an A plus. But incorporating Klay Thompson back into things has been pretty nice. And yeah, Draymond Green's been out and stuff too. But I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm excited for the second half of the season to really see what more this Warriors team can do, because they already started off amazingly for the first half. So it's like, are they going to get even better, or are they going to maintain or somehow get worse? But A definitely warranted for the first half. Next up, we got the Houston Rockets sitting at an F. Currently 14-32. Rockets are kind of in a weird place right now, man. I do think there should, in theory, be big-time players around the trade deadline, but as far as like what my expectations of this team were this season, I mean, it's hard for me to give them an F because they still went on what was like a 7 or 8 game winning streak. Nobody expected that out of the Houston Rockets this year. So, I mean, an F, play the young players, see what they're all about. Kevin Porter is Mr. Clutch out there, man. I wasn't expecting them to be a playoff team. I was expecting them to go through another like rebuild year. So, yeah, I'm not going to say an F. I'm going to say a B minus. It's what I expected, and they had a really nice win streak. So, yeah. All right, next up, we got the Indiana Pacers at a D. I'm actually going to give them an F. And the reason I say that is because going into this season, I had such high hopes for the team. I thought bringing in Rick Carlisle, a good veteran coach, was going to switch things up. And just knowing on paper, the Pacers typically are a basketball team that exceeds expectations. They always they find a way to sneak up on you, man. And definitely not the case this year. They're just a bad basketball team, and it looks like they're going to blow things up a little bit. So I guess, how do you blow something up a little bit? They're going to blow things up, okay, man? So yeah, I had high expectations for the Pacers. I think it's a good place to move in a new direction. So good for them on that. Clippers, we got a C. Currently 22-24. Yeah, I'm fine with the C. That's a good grade. Obviously, not having Paul George anymore and not having Kawhi Leonard at all kind of has you kind of shelf your expectations a little bit. But 22 and 24, I mean, I was watching the Clippers game last night, and I quote the commentator saying that Reggie Jackson is the offensive fulcrum of the team right now. It's hard to do a lot with that, but yeah, hopefully they can maintain at least the play-in tournament. That'd be good for them. Lakers at a D. So Lakers are 22 and 23. Wow, we got both LA teams, man. Pretty close race for that 8 spot. Nobody expected that this year, but okay. I am going to bump the Lakers up to a C. And the reason I say that is because nobody is surprised about what's going on, man. We all knew it was a bad fit. We all knew it was not going to be a great fit. So the reason I can't say a D also is because Anthony Davis missed a lot of time. And I mean, he would have been good for at least a few additional wins up in there, man. So the team has not been completely healthy, having, missing one of their superstar players. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not, surprised. I can't give them an F because an F is just I expected this team to be amazing. Here they are, just, barely making the playoffs. We all kind of had our doubts about Russell Westbrook on the Lakers, and I don't think anybody's surprised about things. And that's not saying Russell's a bad player, just saying he's not a good fit. It's different, man. Memphis Grizzlies, A+. Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't even have nothing to even say about the Grizzlies, how amazing they've been, man. That's all. I literally can only sum it up by being speechless. I'm just being damn, this team is for real. So we're going to leave it at that. Next up, we got the Miami Heat at an A. So the Heat, wow, I did not know they were second place right now. 29 and 16. And I mean, Bam missing a good amount of time. Jimmy Butler missing time. Kyle Lowry missing time. Not having Oladipo. It's yeah, we've not even seen this team completely healthy. And even the woefulness of Duncan Robinson, after signing that $70 million deal, he's not been the same player. And yet they're still in second place and very well could be first place very soon. Next up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks at a B+. B+ is good. Had a slower start to the season. A lot of it, I think, was fatigue-based. But they're amazing again, and they're going to make a run at the NBA Finals. So no surprise there, man. Next up, we got the T-Wolves at a B+. So T-Wolves at 22 and 23. I think a B+ is a good place to put them at. I did expect them to at least be a play-in tournament team this season. And yeah, in 7th place, they are not in the play-in tournament. They're doing even better. So that exceeded expectations. B+ is good. C- for the Pelicans. Pelicans are 16 and 28. Yeah, I mean, when you don't have Zion and you're the Pelicans, it's what do you expect, really? Well, I think a lot of us expect them not to be very good, and that's kind of what they are. So they're not the worst team, but I hope Zion's back very soon, man. New York Knicks at a C+. So the Knicks are 22 and 23. I am actually going to bump this down to a D-. I had very high hopes right alongside the Hawks going into this season. RJ Barrett's been really good. Cam Reddish, we got to see what he's all about when he starts playing and everything. But, bringing in Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker, I thought those guys were really going to make a huge difference for this team, man. Just having additional, guys that could create their own shot next to Julius Randle, and really has not been that. Yeah, man. I can see the Knicks turning things up for the second half, but the first half, I was a little disappointed. B- for the OKC Thunder at 14 and 30. Okay, yeah, I mean, Thunder are in the midst of a rebuild. They're losing games. Not losing too many, but losing games. They're not the Magic at 8 and 38. Some of the young guys are still getting developed. I've still been saying forever, I want them to trade for a Marvin Bagley or some sort of raw prospected big dude that they can start giving some minutes to, because the minutes being allocated to Derek Favors is just a waste for what this team should be doing development-wise. We got the Magic at the D, man. 8 and 38. Yeah, I mean, we all expected. You know what? I'm actually going to give them an A+. And the reason is because we all knew they were going to be a bad team. Their expectation-wise, they are a bad team, and that means they're going to get a good draft pick. So, yeah, man, they're doing exactly what they need to be doing. Philadelphia at a B, sitting at 26 and 18. I think a B is a good place. They've been better than average, which is what I was kind of expecting with them not having Ben Simmons. You lose an all-star on any team, you become a worse team, but Joel Embiid playing like an MVP sounded really crispy. Sorry, man, I was just getting with the flow of things. So, yeah, B's a good. A+ for Phoenix Suns. First place in the Western Conference. Can't give them anything besides an A+, man. Yes, playing great. Definitely not a one-season wonder. Portland Trailblazer at a D. 18 and 26. Yeah, we can say they would have been a little better if Damian's been playing this entire time, but he hasn't been. But also, it's allowed Anfernee Simons to really, like, blossom into a near all-star player, man. So that at least saves him to some extent. But, yeah, man, I don't know what the future of Damian is with Anfernee playing this great. You all play him in the backcourt together, do you think? Sacramento Kings, D-, currently at 18 and 29. I'm going to go ahead and give them a C-. You know, they're still in the running for playing tournament. A lot of that depends on what's going to happen on the trade deadline. It sounds like they're not going to get rid of Fox. So, yeah, they're maintaining, man. You know, they might end that drought of not making the playoffs in a very long time. Spurs at a C, 17 and 28. Also another team where it's like, you know, they could have a push at the play-in. DeJounte's been great. It's really close, man. Like, the 10th place Portland is 18 and 26. And then just, like, after that, like, literally any team can make a run and get that spot. So we'll see. B- for the Toronto Raptors. They are 21 and 21 on the year. Yeah, Fred VanVleet definitely should be an all-star, by the way. Expectations-wise, they were like my dark horse team as far as just like really making a push. So they have kind of not lived up to that end of things from my perspective. But they're still in a spot of maintenance where it's like, yeah, another team that could make a run. But yeah, I think I was maybe expecting a little bit better, man. Just a little bit. I think they could have had like that 7th or 8th spot by the All-Star break. I guess they still could, but I'm going to give them a C+. Utah Jazz B+ at 29 and 16. Yeah, the Utah Jazz, pretty easy team to rank when it comes to the regular season. They're always in the mix. It's when the playoffs hit that you have to worry. Washington at a C at 23 and 22. I am going to bump them up to a B+. I think the Washington Wizards have exceeded a lot of people's expectations. It was known as the Russell Westbrook trade. In my opinion, it's now the Kyle Kuzma trade. I think there's a lot to be said about that. That is the final team, though, man. And I was under 23 minutes, so hooray on that. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.